Breathe. And switch bloody jobs. First time the vault's been breached the entire time I've worked here.
Still catching my breath.
He wasn't even scratched.
Maybe Nina still needs a crash stone.
Those footprints. By the odor, it teleported in from the sewers. I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsk against us. I am sorry, but... I am just tired. Bastard. When I left Minsk to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsk would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. That is his problem entire. The past century left Minsk unchanged. And so he believes the world has never changed, that I have not. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face. No. But snotting into my sleeve while there is still work to do is. Come then. We need a lead, and bullying this banker ought to make me feel better. Ask it.
There is work to do.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Big bastard. Smelled like shite. Key. Idiot. Served the bank. Served 9 fingers. Soldiers for the absolute. Raketh, Glitterbeard.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions. corpse regards you lifelessly.
Look out! Below! City! Under! City! Minsk is dead. Storm Lord lives. Bringer of death. No to our master. She will find you.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Just
Breathe.
breathe. Switch jobs.
Shake hands and smile, but...
Are the gods truly this petty?
I told you. Oh, I'm not that kind of drow.
My name is Hunley.
I'm not
But you can call me
Down there, headbanker. We're not busy up here at all.
At your command.
Let's get going.
No, you moron! We could be fired for this. biggest place in the city, too.
Oi! Stop a moment.
Fine. Come in then. You might as well meet the family.
Everyone, she's back!
Oh, Maller's Mark, here we go.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home. A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7.
If you are trying to help me, please stop.
The message went, "I'm sorry, you know what to do."
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult, which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed? Oh, the one stern parent is quite enough, thank you very much.
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old after all.
So old! She can stay, but only if she brought home presents.
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots. No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
We're working on it.
You'll get him back. I owe him a kicking for showing Fig how to throw hatchets. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother. Go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers on our trail. One even went so far as to steal my face.
Huh. All right then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Wards, family, lifelong irritants. Use whichever term you wish.
We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action. Yes? Of course. You're no true Baldurian unless you've sloshed around in the slurry after all. The Undercity is perilous. But I recall Minsk making a home down there in the old days. To plant his boot on the very bosom of evil. Or some such. I'll mark an entrance, I know. From there, we shall just have to follow our noses. I have given you much reason to think that Harpers hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, they had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice? Of course I was. You met her, did you not? The girl had opinions before she had teeth. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Ryan turn her ire on us both. Ask it.
Jaheira's adept at keeping secrets, and for good reason. She was wise to try and keep her family safe. I just wish I could have done the same.
Yes?
Githyanki. The word means quite literally Gith's children. But I have never known family the way Jaheira knows it. My so-called cousins are simply spawn hatched from the same clutch. I will never know who laid the egg I hatched from. And until I met Jaheira's family, I never thought to wonder. Well, enough brooding. What did you need?
You know, I never dreamed our noble Jaheira would be such a terrible, terrible mother. It's nice to see heroes are as awful as the rest of us, hmm?
A natural impulse to try and shield one's loved ones from danger, especially when you feel a moral compunction to run headfirst towards it. I suspect any child of Jaheira's will share her self-destructive sense of justice. At least her words give them pause for thought.
Hey, soldier.
I don't know what I was expecting. Something beyond real. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life.
Jaheira would do anything to see her family safe. They're lucky to have her, and she's lucky to have them.
It is sad to see how Jaheira has neglected her family. They should be prepared for the battle that is coming, or they may not survive it. Life is conflict. Coddling children and denying them that truth only makes them weak.
Ferdinand, I just trimmed you.
That's curious.
Try that handbill on fungal poultices. We might be tending the injured here before long.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court? Sir Fluffington, an honor to host you in my manor.
Jessamine discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryon curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
Huh. I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like.
Commander!
Spare me your salutes, little traitor. You walked me right into that ambush.
Sorry, Commander. You are my commander, but George promised me pies.
Huh. I can't fault your priorities. You'll look after them for me?
Can I have a real sword?
No.
Fine.
Thank you for looking out for her. Now bring her back alive. She's too old for any heroic death nonsense.
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira, I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look, not dead. I just had a few adventures. Like, never planning on letting that go, are you?
Moonrise, like the place from your stories, Jaheira.
The very same. We can give that one a happy ending after all. Now, Cub, solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait, here. I was keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
Opens more doors than most. Come down to my... Figure it out.
Oh, come on, Ferdinand. I just trimmed you.
That's curious.
Have you, Jesson?
Of course not. Her diary.
Written in code, too.
Pay no mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there. Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, better to stay close, eh? The only patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
Something good here, I hope.
Keen eye. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me. Not a wild shape I have mastered. Just yet. On my word. All you will find inside is dust. And the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman. But, do as you will. I have nothing to hide. And I have been content to follow your lead so far.
Come on, open up.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion. Perhaps if you lost a follower or two, well, in that case... Careful, I bite.
Let's move. Rite of the Timeless Body. What's that about? I'd best ask Jaheira.
Yes? The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up stranger things in all my travels. Trust me. If you wish, it's possible I was a little too quick to judge, a little too caught up in ceremony. It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up stranger things in all my travels. Trust me. A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me. Yes? Ask it. Oh dear. Should I brace myself for some fashion advice? But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. It was a gift from my husband Khalid. He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing a sword, but to believe in the cause with the whole of your heart, a much trickier thing. He died. Alone, in pain, and far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband.
The quiet, unassuming shadow to Jaheira's strength, Khalid was another warrior who helped end the Balspawn crisis. Shortly after, he was murdered by the mad mage John Irenicus.
I've never known a warrior to go so far out of his way to avoid a fight, which meant the few he chose, most harpers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was quiet to a fault. And when we were married, on an upturned cart in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much. I've never been sure if our vows actually counted. The druid in me would like to say it was a thing of balance. The younger woman recalls rather more about a fine bottom, and the habit not to speak unless he had something to say. The songs make much of Khalid's meekness. The quiet little harper who had to keep a tight hold on his courage, but he had it when it counted. And more than that, he had compassion. When you live a harper's life, see all that a harper sees, that is by far the harder thing to hold on to. But a bard can tell you all the rest. As for all the things they cannot, well, I shall just have to keep those for myself. Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
Still in control. Just.
Watch for troublemakers. You lucky little people feel. Wizard called it the Sioux Earth.
What's this, cousin? Another absolutist come to see what we did to poor old Sarin. Your god took her mind, cultist, so Bereki took her head, and I burned the flesh from her bones. And now you come to interrupt the funeral rites. Yes, cousin. An excellent idea. Cousin says we will take you in return. He says you look just like kindling for Sarin's funeral pyre. cannot. I am the last of us left to do the rites. I must do the rites. Pass, then, and do not come back. This is Saren's final resting place and a killing ground for all who come to disturb her.
Arabella seems not to notice you as you approach. She's as intent on examining a peculiar stone as she is unbothered by the corpses littered on the ground.
Arabella?
Hey! I had a feeling you'd show up. It's sort of our thing, like it's fate or something. Check out the stone. It's magic. Incredible, right?
Arabella's inner voice is quieted by thoughts from the far past. The stone holds records of all those who have passed by it. The histories flow from Arabella into you, creatures slain, lovers reunited, spells crackling through the air. The girl is collecting every last vision. It's as natural as breathing for her.
And I've only scratched the surface. I want to know everything. Bone Man was right. The weave will take care of me. I just need to listen. Bandits came at me with daggers. They didn't know who they were messing with. Yep, and I like it that way. Bone Man told me to follow the weave, to let it guide me. I've learnt a lot thanks to him, and I'm still learning. Don't worry about me, I'll be just fine. I'll see you soon enough. Bone Man said so.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
It's impressive, and it tastes great.
They do it when they're
Water looks tainted. Better to avoid it.
Is something burdening you?
Make space, and my might is yours. Good.
You wish to consult me? Admirable ambition. But you must make room for me first. Indeed.
No hope is gone, or so it seems, but game's not over yet.
Let's talk. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in. I like how you
assume nothing.
What now?
Defender of the people. Let's get going.
Far below, it's the false chosen. One who would die by our hand is unworthy indeed.
Well, so much for peace. Comes easy these days.
I won't give in.